Hello and welcome back to Scratch Up Farm Models. So today's on Model Farm, week 29, season 1. So a lot's going on, let's get into it. So to start off with, down in the shed here we have the Kubota just parts up. So we've got a lot of stuff parts up ready for winter now. So this is pretty much going to be the Kubota spot now. We've got the 6820 still down there, with the ends lined over all the small squares and the hay. And then we've got a new log splitter, well, new to us. It's a homemade one that another farmer's made, but we had major carb problems on our ones, and so we were thinking of just putting a new engine on it. But then we saw this one come up because the farmer was getting a smaller tractor. It didn't have the hydraulic power to do this one, so we did a bit of a swap. So we had the one with the engine on, and now we got this one that just goes behind the tractor on the hydraulics, so it should work out well. We've got everything stats in this shed. Got the pickup truck, and then because of obviously the yard being open, we've now put a new post and rail fence up here, which is quite tall as you can see, but it will keep it all good and secure. And then we've got the silage pit. Now we've sorted out this barn ready for winter now. So we've got all these feed barriers and a couple of gates. If you want any feed barriers, gates, anything, sheep hurdles, there'll be some eventually, or anything that you could think of that could be 3D printed, just PM me on Insta and I will get them done for you. So at the moment we've got all this done, and then we've got the red ones and the gates came round, so this is going to be for the cattle. Then the John Deere telehandler will be staying there. It's going to have the silage here on it, of course, and we should be getting a straw chopper soon, which will be good. And then we've got Matt just walking across the yard to go and sort out some stuff and grease up the Kubota. And then we've got Richard, he's just having a bit of a clear up, because you can see workshop is a complete tip where we've been so busy with everything. And then over here where we put the electric cable in, we've made a bit more room, so we've got it now, so there's a parking space there. So we've got Jack's Land Rover parked there, all the trailers along there. And as you can see over here, everything's parked up now pretty much for winter. So we've got John Deere Forager, the Carscott Tiger, the New Holland small square baler, flat spreader, the turner, the mowers at the back, the bale wrapper, the bale squeezer, the topper, which we've put in a position so once we take the Arion out we can get to it easy. So there'll be a couple of bits still to do with that. We've got the quad, scraper tractor and the seeder. That's not going to be the scraper tractor's home, that's just temporary. And then we've got the baler there, and next to that will go the 3050, the other one, sorry, with the hedge cutter. Now we've got a bit of a corn contract, so there's a bit of maize silage going on very late. So because they're doing corn, and it never really got quite ripe enough to do that with, and it's not going to ripen now, so they're just going to do it as silage. So Jack's just getting in the Massey, the big Massey, and he's going off to do a bit of contracting with that. We've hired in this trailer, so we normally hire in that trailer when we got anything to do like that. And over here we put a bit of a tarp over the opening on the small Connor side fling spreader, just to stop the water getting it and it rusting out over winter. Then we've got the bale trailer, the Primex tanker, all the silage bales. And then we've cleared out this shed here, and we've dug that out ready for the concrete that's going to get poured in there, because obviously this is all going to get concreted and this will go for lambing and a bit of cows. So over here, that's we cut absolutely everything up that was there, because it was quite big stuff, and a lot of that got sold straight away. We never actually got any for ourselves, so there was a couple of trees that looked like they could do coming down, so we took them down. We got a bit more wood to do for ourselves, someone then. We got the gravel, which we're just saving for when we need it, that came out of here. And then the cows are back, so they're just in this field grazing it off. And then we've got the gates and everything, and we've now got vaccine up, which went to pop there, but it looks okay down there. And we've got this gateway in this field, which we might get a third cut off if we can. And over here we've got the 3650, and we've now got some guarding on it for the hedge cutting. It's just on the spearhead hedge cutter, and Aaron's driving that, just trimming up the hedges. And we've got this field which we might get a third cut off of silage, but we probably won't now, it depends how the weather goes. As you can see back here, Mick's now got a tarp over the engine of the dumper. He's got a Jeep, his Jeep there and everything parked up along there. He's got this new log splitter, which is to do only big logs. Won't go through the processor, but because of the size of his tractor he can only have a smallish processor. So you can see here he's got 2 deliveries, so he's got this small stuff that can go through his processor, and this bigger stuff which he'll cut up with a chainsaw and split with the new splitter. He's moved his trailer out to this field. He's got the skid steer there and a load of pallets to make kindling out of, and he's just getting out the skid steer after pushing up a bit of the log pile. And then we've got some linkages there in the case in the shed. This field's coming on well down here, and then, well, we might get a third cut, but again, if not, it'll just go to grazing. So you might have noticed up in the yard, I forgot to show it, but the forklift has been taken out, so it's now down here, because this is where we're starting to miss the skid steer a bit for being able to move stuff like this. Then it didn't get used enough, and then in the yard we've got the telehandler, so the forklift might live down here for a while now, so we were just loading up the cement mixer ready to do the concrete. And this trailer that we never used, we thought we'd use it for once. So we've got Ian in the gator with the trailer, and Noah's just loading it up for him. Then we've got the cane trailer. The Yanmar, Lewis and Connor are out on a contract, so that's why they're not here. And then we've got the gear oil and he's changing on that, so once Noah's loaded that up, he's going to change the gear oil on that saw. The Sunny isn't here yet, but will be in the near future. We've got all the attachments down there. We've got the dumper, the case and NC dump trailer. We will be getting pigs in soon, but we've got to get the fence fixed first, and then they will go in to the corner of the lambing barn when the weather gets really bad. And this field's coming on really well here. So, well, I say really well, it's holding sort of the stubble quite well, which means there's a good bit of nutrients in it, so it's going to get piled up sooner than later than sowed. And down by the house not much is happening. We got a bit more firewood in, and then we got this field down here. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Any questions, have leave in the comments, and again, just PM me if you want anything like that. I can do feed barriers like this, that when you attach them properly they swing open, and I can do them on post if you want. So like this gate here, it's on post and they open, and this is where you do the post yourself with wooden ones, or I can send you completely 3D printed with a 3D printed post and hinge system as well. So if you want anything like that, just PM me. It might take me a while because I'm quite busy with other orders at the moment, but I'm starting to get into the business of doing it quite a lot more now. So if you're interested, let me know, and see you again soon.